Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we'll be going over the markets. We'll be looking at the Bitcoin price as well. Is it going to go down? And we'll be looking at that. We'll look at the charts. Any charts you want me to look at, give me a shout and I'll kind of look at them for you as well. And we'll be looking at, this is out in the public domain now. Somebody put the kind of details on my video yesterday about all the coins, the 5 coins that Tika Tiwara had kind of posted. I was going to talk about it yesterday and I thought, no, it's unethical of me to do it, but it's out there now, so I'm going to turn. There's a couple of videos on YouTube about it as well. So I'm going to look at them as well. Is it worth investing in them? We'll look at those 5 coins as well. For the short term, it could be, but we'll look at that as well. But just now, you can go down to that like button and crush the likes if you like these videos. And we'll be talking about how to, I want to do more about how to get more money to save for your future wealth. Not just for crypto, but I've been thinking about a lot of doing more videos, diversifying and doing more videos about wealth kind of creation as well. I was speaking to somebody this morning who actually makes money from taking bottles back to the bottle bank. I've just got his permission to kind of say, but I'm not going to say his name. We'll do the bigger story later. But he takes bottles back to the bottle bank, gets 10 cents per bottle, and kind of invest in crypto, invest in hidden gems that way. And I just think it's a brilliant story. But I'll be looking at more things like that. What can you do to make more money every single month? And not about kind of being frugal or being kind of tight or anything like that, but there's ways to make money and there's ways to kind of save money from what you're doing just now, paying for electricity, gas and stuff like that as well. So I want to do a dedicated video for that. I think it would be really good and interesting to look at as well. Because there's ways you can literally save hundreds of dollars per month just by changing your electricity or gas supplier or your mortgage and things like that. A lot of people don't look at it, and it's crazy to me that some people still don't change their insurance, car insurance, house insurance every single year and get it cheaper, and they just kind of let it continue as well. So we'll be talking about that briefly, but I'll do a dedicated video for that on this channel and my other channel as well, which I'm going to start using. I've never used it for ages. So we'll look at that. Anyway, are we live? I might be talking to myself here. Yes, we are live. Okay, I'm just going to dive over, see who's in the house. We have Kig, was the very first one in this morning, and he sent over a $5 donation. Really appreciate that, Kig. Thank you very much. I know you can't make it to the live just now, but I really appreciate that. Nels Bill is in the house. David D is back with us. Stephen King is here. Mac Paul and Mitch Dieter. Ogas Yilmazar is in the house. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. I don't think I've seen you here before. Melbourne Skidmore is in. Ross Davison is back with us. G-Slick, Axel, Marcus Jafari. B is back with us as well. Melbourne Skidmore, just get the mother-in-law round. She pulled more plugs than a Swiss doctor. Excellent. I like that. So we will go back to the markets just now. Go to the markets just now, see what the hell is going on. We have an overall market capitalization just now of $221 billion. That's a wee bit higher than yesterday, but it's $221 billion. Bitcoin dominance is up to 68.4%. Who's the winners and losers over the last 24 hours? Loom Network is up, ABBC, Crypterium is up, ELF is up, XMAX is up, Digibyte, Nexo, 0x, Big Capital, Vendor, all in double-digit greens. In red, we have Aurora Coin down, Carrot Gold Coin, Algorand, Icon, Lambda, Huobi Token, Monero, Zcoin, Ogre, all down as well. But there's only about 20% in the red. Yeah, about 20% in the red, 80% in the green. That's obviously because it was such a steep fall yesterday. We're going to see some bounces here. But is it going to fall some more? And is it going to bring the alts down, or are the alts going to come up from here? We'll take a look at the charts later. Okay, this is for all the cryptocurrency market, or listed, all the cryptocurrencies listed in CoinMarketCap. We've now got 2,899 listed on CoinMarketCap. Oh shit, what was it in? I had it all set up. Go to 10k. And these are all the coins that have traded over $10,000 worth over the last 24 hours, and we'll see. Still waiting on it. We'll go to Crypto Bubbles just now, just while we wait on that. Bitcoin, I noticed that was up about 20%. It's come back down since, but I noticed that was up 20%. Don't know why. I don't know if there's any news. I didn't have time to look for the news for that. But Bitcoin is doing well over the last hour or so. We've got Loopring doing well over the last hour, up 5% over the last hour. Nothing much else to kind of talk about. This is over the last hour, but look over the last 24 hours. You can see it's mostly green. Here, the ones that stand out. SXP, that's a new one. Just came on. Swipe is up 18% over the last 24 hours. And Crypterium, this is one of the ones that Tika Tiwara had announced as one of the 5 that could go to $1 million by investing $500 into it. That's why that's up. This is on KuCoin just now. So it's up 70% on the week, 34% on the month. So it's doing really well at the moment. It's back up today again as well. BCV is up as well. Bit Capital Vendor, 946% for the year. SNX, Synthetics Network Token, is up 11% over the last 24 hours, 490% on the year as well. XMAX as well, we're kind of taking a look at that a couple of weeks ago, up 514% on the year. So it's looking good over the last 24 hours. Over the last hour, not so good, not as good, but it's not really that bad, to be honest, just now, considering what's happening in the markets overall. Okay, we'll just go to all of the cryptocurrencies listed in CoinMarketCap, and we'll see if there's any 100%ers. There is indeed. Custody token is up.
Sorry, where do you want to go?
Custody token again. Is up 640% over the last 24 hours. And over the last 7 days, it's up 1,680%. So I don't know what's going on with custody token, but the volume is there at 139,000. I don't know the market cap of that though. We have MGC token up 131%, only on 16,000 volume. Mindex coin is up 106% on 1.03 million volume, and it's only got a 2.7 million market cap, so that'd be worth looking at as well. Atheon is up 80%. Token Pay is up 63% over the last 24 hours with a market cap of 3.4 million. We're just going to look at some of these. Custody token, did it tell us what it is? Right, because it dropped off the face of the earth. So it was at 413 Satoshi, it dropped big time. I don't know if there's been a split there or something. I don't know why that was, but it's up big time just now. Markets, bw.com, I haven't even heard of it to be honest. Cashierest, don't know about it at all. So June the 5th, 2019 was the last time they updated. Xtalk, what's the Xtalk? Have not a clue. It doesn't look legit. Well, it doesn't look like it just now anyway. So Mindex coin, what is that all about? Describes itself as a safe and fast cryptocurrency, an effective wallet, Mindex Wallet, and a payment system, Mindex Pay. Is backed by a team of developers, Intergalaxy SA. Markets, Digifinex and IDAX. Social, September the 19th. Now, it's all these. At least they're keeping up to date on the social media. Extremely important, still a lot of projects ignore it, which is crazy. Okay, so it's down 78% since it was released. It has been as high as 29 million. It's now 2 million. Wonder why it jumped up there though. It has been as high as 8,600 Satoshi. It's now 47 Satoshi. So it might be worth looking at that one. Might be worth looking at it. Okay, we'll dive back to chat, see who else has joined us. If anybody, Venison House, Jason Clayton has joined us, and just like IOST chart, please, we'll look at that as well. And let's get more. If the recent BTC drop is due to 1 or 2 massive trades, and I gather that around 1 billion in BTC were moved hours before, should we not recover soon? You would think that would be the case, Mervyn. However, because of the herd mentality and the kind of sheep kind of mentality. A lot of people panic, even once they know that or have the knowledge that it could be one or two people that have moved kind of $1 billion worth and possibly sold $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Even with that knowledge, there's still panic sale. Martin Gakir is in house. Morning to you. Crypto Dread is in from Florida. Good to see you back. David D, is there a way to easily short Tika's overhyped and soon to be overbought coins? I would do it if it can be easily done. Once the short-term hype wears off, coins can be successful long-term. However, they could be successful long-term. That's what we'll kind of look at it after. Is there a way to short them? I'll try to think of the 5 that you could short. I don't think you can short any of them, to be honest. Nope. I don't think you can short them. I'll try to think of the markets they're on, see if they've got margin trading, see if you can do... No, you can't. There's no way you can short the ones that he's mentioned. This market is all speculation until mass adoption. Follow the narratives and make money on being on the right side of the speculation. Yep. PundyX has a new coin listed. ENQ. PundyX has a new coin listed. ENQ. I need to kind of look at that. What's ENQ? I haven't even kept up with it. Market cap 2.2 million. That's probably higher than PundyX, is it not? $63 million. No, it's not higher than PundyX. ENQ 2.2 million. Right, I need to look into that because I don't know anything about that from PundyX. Obviously, I'm not keeping up to date. Mark Ennis is in the house. Welcome to you. Okay, we'll look at the 5 coins that Tika Tiwara has kind of announced as if you put $500 in, you could be a millionaire with each coin. So if you put $500 into each, i.e. $2,500 into it, you'll make $5 million. That's what it's saying. So the first one, Ripio Credit Network. We all know about this. It's been on Binance for ages. And just see kind of what markets. Binance is the biggest one. That's on 4.1 million volume. And it's on loads and loads of others. It's on most of the major ones there as well. Social. And there's nothing there on the social, but I would imagine I've got the wrong feed for that. So on the charts, where has it been before? The highest it's been. We just look at the highest it's been, 232 million market capitalization, 3,227. Satoshi wise, it's 545 Satoshi at the moment. We'll just refresh that, see if it's gone up. It's gone up a wee bit more, 24% today, so still rising. We'll just have a look at it on Binance. RCN. You can see the chart there. And it looks like a beautiful chart, to be honest, but obviously that is the Tika Tiwara or Tiwari effect. Just now, we started off, we crossed over in the 4 hourly at 147. You could have had a good 272% gain, how do you call it, at the 4 hour crossover. So it's still going up just now, but we have to, like David D kind of says, we have to kind of look out for these falling as well. However, because of the network that Tika has, and because of the emails, or the email list that it has as well, and the kind of contacts of Palm Beach Confidential and kind of all the other kind of lists that it's kind of gathered over the years, this could still go even higher. So you have to be not be careful, but just watch out for these as well. And it might actually be right, Ripio Credit Network. I've got the kind of PDF there as well. I'm not going to share that. Chainlink was the other one. Market cap of, we'll look at the market cap of Ripio Credit Network. Only 23 million for Ripio Credit Network. And that's why I'm saying it could still go up even further. Even if it 5x'd and just goes up to 100 million, it could be really good. But now that a lot of eyes have been on that, there'll be a lot of companies looking at that as well, and just it's giving it more credibility. Possibly. I'm not saying Tika is an amazing person to give credibility to a project, but possibly it's going to get, it could bring partnerships in for RCN. Same with Chainlink as well. But Chainlink, 607 million market capitalization. It has been as high as 1.4 billion market cap. We always have to look out for that. So this could really go higher as well. Chainlink, definitely a quality company. So he's mentioned that as well. It's not really gone up today, so you could still get a good price, but it's a quality company as well that a lot of people have looked in. This is possibly the lowest market cap that he's talked about. Tierion, 19 million market capitalization, 527. It has been as high as 2,586 Satoshi, or 163 million market cap. That's 19 million just now, so 8 times from where it is just now. Or similar to that. So TNT could be a good one. It's not risen that much, to be honest. We'll look at it over the last month. So it was 11 million, so it's kind of gone up about probably 100%. It's gone up 100% since actually 2 weeks ago, so it has gone up already. But compared to the others, it's not gone up as much. Crypterium, CRPT, that was at 11 million market cap, is now up to 45 million market capitalization. And it was 1,687 Satoshi, now 6,397 Satoshi. So that's Crypterium. And 0x, that is 131 million market capitalization. We'll look to see what's done over the last month. So it's not risen that much compared to the others. So 0x might be worth kind of looking at as well. Short term, I would do this, unless you believe in it. Long term, obviously, as well. But 0x, a lot of people have been talking about that over the last few months as well. Not the last few months, the last year or so. So, but that's gone up as well from 98 million to 131 million. So that's the 5 that he's talked about. So he's potentially saying put $500 into these, and these could go up to be worth $1 million each, which would put this up to about, I don't know, 10 billion market capitalization for some of these, which is not out with the realms of possibility. But so if you put $500 into this, obviously it was lower than that before. I'm just going to see. So we'll half that because it's went up 100%. So 500. I'll just make sure, just to see what the market cap it would be. So 500. So for $500, you would have got, this is kind of, say 2 weeks ago, you would have got 20,000. That's not right. Is it right? Yeah, because it's 4 cents, so it's 2 cents. You would have got 20,448 tokens. Now, to get to $1 million, you take this and 123 divided by, so it has to go up to $48. Tierion has to go up to $48. Now, to get to $48, we're going to have to divide 48 by, that's not the right one, by this number, open right here. So times it by 1079. So 1079 times 123 million, and it'll give you a market capitalization of $20 billion. So for you to invest, I hope I've got the sums right there. So for you to invest $500 in it 2 weeks ago, I would have to go up to $20 billion to get up to $48. Is that right? 20 billion, 516 million, 512,192. Yes. So, is that possible? It is possible, way down the line, possibly, to get to $48 for Tierion. It could happen. You just don't know, but highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. It would be a similar story for the others as well. Melbourne Skidmore G-Slick, F based on the overwhelming success of NPX, no doubt. NPXS, yeah. Mike D is in the house this morning, one of our brown admins. Welcome to you, Mike. Good to see you here, mate. Glad you got the message as well about the FCA. We'll talk a wee bit about that as well. Ajmal Salim is in the house. ENQ is for the FX ecosystem for faster payments worldwide. Ah, right, okay. I've obviously, because I've dropped kind of Pundi X, looking at it because I just couldn't understand why the price was going so low, so I've not been keeping up to date with everything. And David D, the Tika coins are running up because of Tika call. Yep, nothing else. Promises of $1 million on $500 investment is appealing to at least common denominator. Yes, of course, but we can take advantage of that as well, David. So we could take advantage of the herd jumping in because of that, because he's mentioned it, and we could take advantage of that and wait for it dropping and then get out. So you can make a short-term profit. I would not say go in long-term. Chainlink, I would say go in long-term. I would look at the others at least and do your own research before going in long-term. But I think there's other ones that could go up kind of 1000x quicker and smaller as well. Chicken Tika. I just got that. David D. Tika well-positioned family and friends in these coins a month ago. This is an elaborate pump and dump. I tend to agree with you, but we can still make a short-term gain on this. And it's risky to do that as well. Peggy Johnson, did he say 5 coins? Yep, 5 coins in total. Because he mentioned Link on the webinar, and then there was another 4 after that, and that was the other 4. Can you take a look at the INS chart? I will do. Yes, it needs to have the same market cap as ETH. Possibly not probable. It is possible, but I highly doubt it as well. Laugh my arse off. Oof, to $48. I know. David D agrees, Steve. Follow the narratives and be in advance in the news. Money to make money short term. Yep. Peggy Johnson, which ones? So, very quickly, we'll go over them again. We have Ripio Credit Network. We have Chainlink. We have Terion. We have Crypterium. And we have 0x. And that was the ones he mentioned. TNT possibly giving you the best short-term results. But it's already jumped 100% as well. And yeah, you can guarantee that he was in it well before he mentioned them. It was just amazing to me with Tika what he'd done, because he was on London Real. London Real is a big channel on YouTube, and kind of Brian, who kind of runs it as well, Brian Rose, he is a big kind of personality. He's got a lot of contacts as well. So I was surprised it was on that, because essentially what he was doing, he wasn't shilling, he's drumming up kind of business for this webinar that he was kind of producing. Then he was trying to get more people in to buy the $2,500. I think it was $2,500 to get in on the kind of report that he was doing. So I was just surprised at the amount of kind of coverage he had all over the world, to be honest. So it shows you the contacts. That's why I think they could do well in the short term and possibly in the long term as well. I don't know. I've never researched all of them. Okay, we're going to have a look at the Bitcoin chart as well. We've not done that yet. Or the fear index first, down to 12.
1 Bitcoin equals £6,775.02.
Siri's gone mental. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. But it's down to 12, the fear and greed index, which means people are extremely fearful. Now, they say obviously when people are fearful, that's when you should buy in, but we're going to look at the charts just now. Should we be fearful as well? I'll go to Binance. Okay, Bitcoin is down to 8,368. Being honest, it looks as if it's going to go down further from here. So we're going to put in the supports again. We had the support at 8,800. We've lost that support now. We've got a support at 7,600. We've got a psychological support at 8,000. And kind of a support as well. There, an actual financial support there, or a market support, not a financial support. So 8,000 would be a kind of support and a psychological barrier. If it breaks down below that, we're down to 7,600. Could we go lower? Yes, of course we could. Of course we could. So where's the lowest from there after that? Where's the kind of support from there? We're talking, again, 6,000 is going to be a barrier, a psychological barrier, and it was for a while, but not a market support. There's not a market support there. If we turn on VPVR, we've got support here at 5,200. This is where buying occurs as well. 5,300. Got support here at 7,800 as well. And this is the volume we're talking about. So there's not a lot of support between, say, 7,800 and going down to 5,000. Not a lot of support there at all in between. So we'll have to be very careful. I'm not trying to be kind of Mr. Doomsday, but we'll have to kind of look out for that kind of story happening. So I would say 8,000 barrier just now. If it breaks out, and it looks as if it's going to be honest. I think we're down to 7,600. I think what will happen is there'll be a sharp spike down. So you're going to get a long wick down here, and I would imagine we're going down to well into the low 6,000s before it bounces back up, and then we'll need to wait and see what happens from there. There's nothing to stop it going down to the 6,000. There's nothing really stopping it going down to 6,000 and then even further down. But you just don't know. This could be, obviously there's a couple of people at play here. There's a couple of $1 billion worth moved. So it could be a couple of institutions or something at play here that's kind of moved the markets. We just don't know. But this just could have been the start of something much bigger. So see, this might even retrace. This could even retrace to 3,000 again. Might retrace 100% to 3,000. So we'll see what happens with regards to Bitcoin just now. It's not looking good at the moment. It looks as if it wants to go down further. There's no kind of pressure, upward pressure or upward movement there at all just now. It's trying to move up and it just couldn't make it. And you can almost feel it struggling just now. And you can almost feel the downward pressure on Bitcoin, the price just now. So what does that mean? Is that a good opportunity to buy? Should you be buying these dips as well? Yes and no. Dollar cost averaging has always been a good way. Buying at 8,400, good price to get in it. Waiting till it gets down to possibly 6,000 or 3,000. Should you do that? Just dollar cost averaging. If you're into Bitcoin in a big way. If you're into the alts as well, should you go into cash at the moment or go into Bitcoin just now? Difficult to say at the moment, but there's a lot of alts that are going to come down again if Bitcoin does go down to $6,000. So it's not just going to affect Bitcoin. It's not as if there's going to be an altcoin season because Bitcoin's going lower. Bitcoin really has to be stable before there is an altcoin season. That's generally kind of what happens. It's not when Bitcoin is falling by this much that there's going to be an altcoin season. So you're going to get the big alts like Ethereum, XRP all coming down with Bitcoin as well. But if Bitcoin stabilizes from here, stabilizes around about the 8,300, 8,000 mark, if it stabilizes for a couple of weeks or something, you're going to get the alts coming up. Not if it's going to fall again. Peggy Johnson, they aren't on TradingView. Yeah, they're all on TradingView. Oh, on TradingView. There's 4 on TradingView. What ones wasn't on TradingView? Ripio Credit is, Chainlink is, Terion is, Crypterium is because it's on Hotbit as well, I believe, and 0x is on TradingView as well. So they're all on TradingView. G-Slike, I'm not sure, but I think I heard Ripio Credit having quote issues. I don't know about that. Peggy Johnson, thanks for mentioning 5. My pleasure, Mike D. Would you sell and buy the ETN in order to buy back and at a better price or just sit on it? To be honest, Mike, what he's talking about here, and I'll just go to this news story as well. So this was back in July, and I was aware of this, but I was just reminded of it from Tony P, and I was looking it up again just to see if they were going to do it. So the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, is proposing rules to address harm to retail consumers bullshit from the sale of derivatives and exchange traded notes, referencing certain types of crypto assets. So I don't know why the FCA are doing this. It's not to protect, I genuinely don't believe it's to protect us, the consumers. But this is an ETN, which is an exchange traded note, and you can get this from Hargreaves Lansdown. So we'll just go to Hargreaves Lansdown just now. And they've got what's called a derivative. And this is a Bitcoin derivative. And a derivative is something that can be traded, but you're not actually, there's no custody of kind of Bitcoin. There's no Bitcoin. Although when you look at it, they're actually buying the underlying asset, which is Bitcoin. So we're going to go to XBT. So you get XBT provider, that's who's providing the ETN. So provider ABDN track 1, and they've got Ethereum one as well, which I think would be a really good one as well as the Bitcoin one. This gives you the details of it as well. And this is a Swedish company. It's in krona, Swedish krona. And the price just now is 391 Swedish krona at the moment. And we'll go to the last week. We can see the arse fell out of it here as well. So what we do, or what we're doing, we can put this is Hargreaves Lansdown, you can put into a SIP, which is a self-invested pension plan. So you cannot draw the money out with your SIP until you're 55, at least till you're 55. But you can trade within it as well. So you could buy and sell within it just now. So what Mike is talking about, this ETNs could be banned from here. This is what I was talking about yesterday. They could be banned. If they're banned, you won't be able to buy this particular asset after it's banned. However, if you're in it before the ban, you'll get to keep it. So, which is a good thing. So, Mike, to answer your question, I would stay in this just now, because you're keeping it for the next, I don't know, well, you're kind of the same as me, for the next 5 years at least. So it doesn't matter if it goes down to $3,000. You could make money, yes, I understand that. You could make money kind of trading it. If you sell just now and it goes down to 3,000, you could get more. So I understand it from that point of view as well. But because of the risk of it being banned, and I don't think there's a big, huge risk of it being banned, because of that risk, I would probably stay in it. However, you could do what you're thinking about doing and just kind of selling off just now and waiting it going down to 3,000, but it might bounce from here as well. That's because Bitcoin is so volatile. It's just, we cannot predict the Bitcoin price. Is a bloody nightmare, to be honest. It's not like the stock market, because it is so heavily manipulated, or can be heavily manipulated as well. This could literally bounce up and go back up to $14,000 again and then go to its all-time high. So this is why I advocate not going into USDT and just keeping your Bitcoin. As long as you've got the Bitcoin for the future, then it's all good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sell off mine, the ones I've got just now in my kind of pension pot, but understand why you might think about doing that if it's possibly going lower, and it looks as if it is going to go lower. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. Obviously, you'll kind of make up your own mind, Mike. Pete Bandon Wright is in the house. Welcome to you. If Bitcoin goes to 4K, I'm buying back in. Excellent. Gary Parmenter. People are tired of being dumped on. They are. People are really getting bored of crypto just now. They're getting bored and kind of weary and not shell-shocked, but it's just like, here we go again. And I totally understand that. But the emotion for me is out of it. There's no emotion whatsoever when Bitcoin goes down. It's not there. Like it used to be. I used to panic when kind of Bitcoin went down and just think, here we go again. It's just another either chance to buy it if you're making money, to buy into it, or I don't know, whatever you're doing with it. Mike D, cheers mate, my pleasure, my pleasure. P Bandon right, hey Steve, I got my pension funds approved in my account. Already bought 20% of my positions. Do you think I should wait to buy more? And that's what I was kind of talking about with Mike as well. It's difficult with Bitcoin just now because it could literally go up. It doesn't look as if it is going to go up. It looks as if it's going to come down further. To be honest, it feels as if there's downward pressure on it. So it doesn't look as if it's going to go up at the moment. But you never know. It's jumping up just now, again, $20, $30. This could jump up to $20,000 or something. You just don't know. So it could be a good time to buy. But you've done 20% already, which is good. You might want to wait and see what happens. So what I would do, if you're looking for a short term and saying, okay, short term, what do we think is going to do short term? Look at the 15-minute chart You can't really go wrong with the 15-minute chart as well. So if we look at the 15-minute chart, it told us way back, I'm not saying way back, but on the 23rd of September on the 15-minute, which is a really short time frame. Usually it's it's in and out. So this is a 70 EMA crossing down over the 50 EMA. When it crosses down over the 50 EMA, that's the time to sell. But usually it's short term. But look at the price here, $10,000. It told us to sell at around about $10,000 or 9,980 or something by the time you kind of look at these candles and it's confirmed. So all the way down to where it is just now. So from here, it's still, it crossed over only at 8,405. So if you've done it there, at the crossover, kind of went all the way down to the next crossover, you'd have got 15% on Bitcoin, or you would have saved yourself 15%. At the moment, it's down, it's crossed down over again, but we're on a green candle on the 50-minute. But I would look at the 15-minute chart for any kind of short term, or even the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart, we're nowhere near crossing over again. The 1 hour chart told us to sell at 10,132, and even the 4 hour chart told us to sell at 10,270, and it's nowhere near crossing back over. So look at the short-term charts to say, okay, this is going up again. So if you kept 20% just now, Pete, have you bought 20% already? Brilliant, because you're effectively what you're doing is dollar cost averaging in, and you're waiting to see what happens. If Bitcoin crosses back up over on the 4 hour chart, the 70 EMA crosses over the 50 EMA, then buy more of your coins because it looks as if it's going to go up, or buy more of the product because it looks as if it's going to go up. And you could do it on the 1 hour. If the 1 hour crosses over, buy more because it looks as if it's going to go up. If it doesn't cross over and it stays where it is and it comes down a wee bit lower, hold your money until you see that crossover happening. Hope that makes sense. That's what I would do. I would just kind of wait just now, and once I get my money transferred, it's going to transfer in the kind of the middle of October. I'll be doing exactly the same. I'll just be waiting and wait until this kind of crossover, probably on the 4 hour, before I make a decision. So I hope that helps. Peggy Johnson, do you like the 5 coins? Are you going to invest? I think no, just now, because I've not got the money just now, because I've been buying kind of the hidden gems I've been looking at on KuCoin, and I won't be looking at, the one I looked at was TNT, and I thought that's not really risen that much compared to the others, so TNT could do a good kind of job there. And looking at TNT, just now it's up 8% to 527. So kind of look at it and see where it's been before recently. So this is only on the beginning of July, so this could go up another 100%. Just to get a quick 100% profit, I'll probably buy TNT if I was going to buy any of them for a short-term gain. But if Bitcoin does fall big time and it goes down to 6,000, I would imagine these ones will even come down as well. I would imagine. Ross Davidson saying no pictures. Posting no pictures. Sorry, I'm missing something there. People Andretti, thanks for the advice, Steve. Real wise. Thanks, mate. Glad to help. Chris Camus is in the house. Vin, Steve, want to look at the NRG chart? I will do. There was another chart somebody else asked me to look at early on. IOST. So IOST, we'll look at that first. And BTC. Yeesh, that's not it. That's Bittrex. IOST, BTC, we'll look at Binance. And that's because it's the 1 hour chart. And we'll look at the 4 hourly. Right, looking bad for IOST at the moment. So looking on a 4 hourly just now, it's at 57 Satoshi. It has gone down as low as 50, and I think that was the all-time low for IOST. Not looking good at the moment. It wouldn't be a buy. Definitely wouldn't be buy, especially since the altcoins have been coming up. A lot of them have been coming up. You can see on Binance, a lot of the altcoins are up. There's a lot of them in the green. IOST is not at the moment, so it wouldn't be a buy just now. If you look on the shorter time frame, it's not even crossed over in the 1 hour. And it crossed down at 71, so no, it wouldn't be a buy just now. Once it crosses over, it could be a buy, but not at the moment, unfortunately. So that was IOST. That was G-Slick. What was the other ones? somebody else mentioned. We'll look at the NRG chart, and I don't think I'll be able to do it unless it's on Huobi or something. NRG, BTC, no. So we'll go to charts. Oh no, I've got Coinigy. Talking about Coinigy. Right, so I'm using Coinigy just now because that's got kind of every chart you could get. So NRG, BTC, and market is KuCoin. Just now it's crossed over on the 4 hourly. It crossed over at 30,000 Satoshi, and it did get up to 44,000. So that was a good jump of 48% with that. Up just now 40,000, and we'll look at NRG fundamentals very quickly. 69 million market capitalization, $3.32. We've only got a circulating supply of 20 million. I don't know what this total supply is there. I don't know what the total supply is for NRG, but a lot of people have been talking about this. The highest it's been is 161 million, so that's probably 2.5 times from where it is just now. At the moment, in this volatility, would you look at it and buy it? Energy looks good. We've looked at energy before, and it does look like a good one for the long term. Short term, I don't know, because of the short term volatility of Bitcoin just now. I just don't know. I'm just going to move this over to here, so I've got it there. But it's looking good on the daily. It's coming up for a crossover. It's not crossed over yet. So for a longer time frame, it wouldn't be a buy at the moment until that crossed over in the daily. But on the 4 hourly, it's looking good for the short term just now. Ross Davidson, no video, just sound. Is everybody else getting that as well? No video, sound? I was saying it's got here, I can see the sound in that on here, Ross, so I don't know if it's yours. Is anybody else getting that as well? Peggy Johnson, OTNT is Tiernon. Tierion. That's why I couldn't find it on TradingView. So you just put in on TradingView, just go into the middle, we'll just show you. On TradingView, so you go into the middle, click on there, TNT, BTC, and you'll find Tierion. That's a 1 hour chart. 1 day chart, crossed over. But if you look at the 1 day and look at the macro view, see where it's been to where it is just now, it could still rise a lot more than that as well. David D, video and sound alright for me. You may want to refresh, Ross. Yeah, I think you need to refresh it. Peggy John, should I wait for TNT to come down to buy? It's difficult to say because we don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin. I would imagine if Bitcoin does go down, then these are going to come down as well, although they've been bucking the trend because of Tika Tiwara and what they've done there as well, the marketing for it. So they could still go up from here, but Bitcoin does fall big time, then you're going to get these 5 falling as well. I would imagine. Dennis van der Hayden, INS looks a good one as well. For the long term, it looks a good one. So on the daily, it's not crossed over. It's one of the few. It did cross over a wee bit for a short time, but it's come back down again. So short term, it's not a buy at the moment. On the 4 hour, it's not a buy at the moment, INS. But if we look at INS, Insular it's called, and we'll look at the market cap of this. And this is one that's on kind of Binance just now. 5.7 million. So I'm liking this for the long term. Short term, no. But good for accumulation zone if you really like kind of INS and what they're doing. So Insular is a global technology and company building public and private blockchain solutions on Insular kind of blockchain platform, which is reportedly secure, flexible and scalable blockchain for business. A lot of competition there. It's a solution which streamlines interactions between companies. The platform's key features, as described by the team: unlimited scalability, security, simplified development, interoperability, user protection, and regulatory compliance. Big thing, regulatory compliance. So I think for the long term it's going to be good, but I think there's a lot of competition out there, but I do like Insular as well. Short term, no, it doesn't look good for the moment, unfortunately. Skidmore, fine here. Chris Camus, I hear you. Peggy Johnson, cool. Okay. Be in 20 years' time, you'll be talking millions per coin in your live streams. Hopefully. Hopefully. When I'm 70 years old and I'll still have a live stream. Chris Camus, KNC, please. KNC. Here's KNC doing. BTC, what time are we on? 9:18, we're okay. So on a 4 hourly, not crossed over, but we've had a lot of green candles. It's jumped up probably about 12% over the last couple of days. And the green candle suggests it looks as if it's going to try and break the crossover there, but we did have a big crossover from here and I had a jump up of 48%. So it's had a run up already. On the daily, if we look at that, coming up as all-time low. Is it all-time low? Yep. Coming off its all-time low at around about 1334. We'll put the all-time low in there. So that's the low there. Right, so that's on the daily. So it's bounced off the 50 EMA there. So we could see another run up there. But keep an eye on BTC. I know I keep saying this, but keep an eye on BTC. If Bitcoin falls, you're going to get all of the others falling just now as well. So 8,406. At the moment, it looks like a buy. At the moment, on the 4 hourly, it's coming up for the crossover, but on the daily, which is a longer term kind of prospect, it's bouncing off the 50 EMA, so it looks like a buy. It's coming off 1,343. If you're in this for the long term, obviously it looks good to accumulate from here. It's up 53% since its low back on the 9th of August. Which is not a great deal compared to some of the others. But this has a tendency to spike as well. So it could be a good bet from that point of view. We can see here, and what I mean by that, you can see here that on one day it kind of spikes, so it doesn't matter what the reason is. It has a tendency to spike 170% in one day. Over a couple of days, 74%. Over a couple of days again, 200%. So it does have a tendency to spike. So if you're going to buy, you could buy in at these levels and set your sales, a sell order for 50% or something. 50% being 3,000 and another sell order. So you could sell 50% at 3,000. In fact, 50% would be really good in this kind of market if you ever got that. So I would ladder out of that if you're going to buy in it. If you're in it for the short term, if you're in it just to make money, just for trading, then I would kind of look at that, put your 5% stop loss in, and do that as well. I hope that makes sense. Is there a list of hidden gems, Ross Davidson? There's not a list. I've given it to the kind of premium group. I don't know if I've got on the premium group. I still need to add to these as well. I haven't updated them, unfortunately. And this is a list of my kind of hidden gems. 452. This is now so did get up to 890, I believe. So that was a 96% jump. INS 2,434. I've kind of said that as a hidden gem. Spendcoin, I don't know what that is just now. DAG was at 86, 128, 50% jump. SHA on Howdoo has jumped up kind of big time as well. Metamorph. So I'll need to update this as well. But there's not a list as such. This is just a list I was kind of collating up to 10th of September. There's a couple of others I've added there. UTK I've added as well. But it's just getting time. What I'm thinking about doing is doing singular kind of videos, literally 5-10 minutes, just saying this is a possible hidden gem and just going over it very, very quickly and why I think it could be a good kind of investment. And when I'm talking about an investment in a hidden gem, I'm talking about $500. So we're not like with kind of Bitcoin. For you to make a lot of money with Bitcoin, you either have to trade it and leverage it, 10x, 50x, 100x, whatever, or you can just buy $500 worth of Bitcoin and make a lot of money, or as a one-off. But with the hidden gems I'm talking about, as a one-off, you could put $500 in, you could make a lot of money, but just put $500 into each hidden gem. And if 9 of them fail and one of them does 100x, you've made your money back on everything that you put in. So think about it that way. So if you put $500 in and a 10x's, you've made your money back on 10 that you put into. If 100x's, you've made 10 times your money back from what you put into all 10 hidden gems, if that makes sense. So that's why I kind of advocate just putting $500 into a hidden gem. And if you really like it and it keeps on going up and more people talk about it, put another 500 in, then another 500, build up your kind of tokens with it as well. You could do that. And that's why I like hidden gems so much, because you don't have to put in as much. And the risk of losing it all is still there, obviously, but you're not going to lose it all at the same time. And if you lost $500 in one hidden gem, it's not a huge amount, but if you kind of put $10,000 into XRP and you lose all that, then that's a much bigger hit to take as well. So with hidden gems, you could literally buy 30, 40, 50 hidden gems. 10 of them, they could do 100x, and you've made a shitload. So I will be doing more videos on hidden gems as well, because I like it more and more. And I've done it, kind of tried it over the past as well. And I think some of them have just been ridiculously unrealistic in the past. This is when everybody was exuberant and I thought the world was going to go 100x. But obviously I'd be more tempered if I was doing it again. Geez, like they say these new quantum computers can hack the seeds on Bitcoin soon. I'm not so sure. David Schwartz, remember to crush the likes, everyone. Thank you very much, David. Peggy Johnson, that's why people shouldn't use the same addresses over and over again in case a quantum can hack Bitcoin. Chris Camus, thank you. David D, I would anticipate many of the hidden gems got a haircut post BTC drop. Actually, I don't think a lot of them have. Abyss, we'll just take a quick look, if you don't mind. Abyss, and just see, I would imagine it's gone down a wee bit. So 124, and I would imagine it was higher than that over the past kind of week, month or so. So it has been higher for 124. So just kind of quickly, very, very quickly. So 124, that's gone up. Yeet as well. I don't know if that's Yeet. I like it, Trash. Still 5, that's still the same. MITX was at 167, did go down to 149, so it might have gone down lower. MITX 120 just now, last month. It's coming up, so it was, that was August the 29th. So say 120 is the lowest, so that's lost. So we've kind of seen it went up to 890, it's now down at 752 just now. INS round about the same. Spend, I don't know what Spend coin is. SBND 19, so that's had a haircut, as you said. 19, so that's lost 32%. DAG is around about the same. I kind of looked at that this morning again. SHA is Safe Haven 5 Satoshi at the moment, so that still stayed the same. BSF was 46. BSF, very safe. Was it 46 Satoshi? No, it was 46 Gwei. I do apologise. 46 Gwei is still the same. OWN was 550. ONW 415, so that's lost. That's had, but it went up before it went down, so you could have gone and got out by 24%. So yeah, a lot of them have. That was just very quickly. I'll need to update that. Can it be updated and shared in the Telegram? If you're in the kind of premium group, you'll be able to get that in the Telegram group. Yeah. Imran Chowdhury, hey Steve, good to see you back. Imran, Utrust is one I like. If we'll have a quick look at that, I kind of looked at it yesterday, but I do like this one for the long term. I know it's going down just now, but I do like this for the long term. It's only a 7 million market capitalization. It's near its all-time low as well. I think it is its all-time low. It was up to 379,000, and it aims to be like the kind of PayPal, what PayPal is just now to kind of business as well. And the way to kind of look at this and I've signed up as a merchant. I've signed up to Utrust as a merchant and as a user as well. And that's when I thought, okay, I'm going to get to know the system and get to know how it works. There's no point just kind of talking about it, just in theory, but it does look good, and the social and the team look good as well, and what they're doing and keeping it up to date. So e-commerce merchants know the struggle of chargebacks. So I like it from this point of view, from a business point of view, because it's going to help my business as well, so I can accept cryptocurrency in my business as well. I'm using something else just now, but I'm switching over to Utrust, so I can use it. So I'm not just kind of talking shite all the time. I can actually use it. Yeah, so 7 million, and Utrust just now I think is down. 1 second. So UTK, BTC, UTK should come up. And we're going into KuCoin. Yeah, it's down to its all-time low. So it's 191 at the moment. And that's bouncing off its all-time low. Well, it's not bouncing off, it's hit its all-time low again. So it could go down further from here. But for me, I'll just kind of add a little bit, a couple $100 at a time, because this could be one of the ones that just go parabolic. And it's been obviously as high. I'm not going to go to these highs, but around about 4,500, which is 30x or something from here, just to get to as high. But I think they've moved on from kind of when they were 4,000 back in 2018. And remember the big ICO, and they came out, that was a big ICO, Utrust. Just see what happens with it, but I do like it for the future. RSR, I like his RSR as well. That's reserve, and there's reserved rights. So a lot of people were talking about that. 9 million it's gone down to. It was only up at 14, 15 million. But a lot of people were talking about that as well, and that could be good for the future as well. Nels Bill was in, a CP chain, a hidden gem. CPC. Yep, from the market cap point of view, it's near its all-time low. It did have a market cap previously of 56 million, so about 15 times from where it is just now. Markets is on Buy Box, Coin Tiger, so good volume there as well. Social, it's got good social. I've seen this before and looked at it before as well. I think I've got it on the list of first round. I probably have there, I just can't see it there just now. But yeah, CP chain looks a good one as well. They're keeping up to date. But 3 million market capitalization. But the kind of giveaway for me as well is the volume as well. If you look at the volume, obviously with wash trading, etc., we can't always kind of rely on the kind of volume data. But we look at the volume. Buy Box, I think that's kind of trusted. Coin Tiger, I'm not so sure about for wash trading. I don't know. I'm not just kind of saying that. I don't know if it's known for wash trading. I don't know if Buy Box is known for wash trading. But I think it could be genuine, the actual volume on this. So it could be good. So that many people are kind of trading it, and the volume is good, and it's only a market cap of 3 million. It's worth looking at. Social, good as well. So yeah, I'll consider that a hidden gem. B, have a great day all. Cheers, Steve. My pleasure, B. Thanks for joining us again, mate. Really appreciate it. Dennis van der Hayden, MHC. Oh, MetaHash. Right, 6 million, another hidden gem. And that's had a high market cap as well, 46 million. So really it's not high, but it's 7 times from where it is just now. Markets it's on is Bitmax, KuCoin obviously. Social is good, 22 hours ago, Peer Node. So I like MetaHash as well when it first came out. Looked at that as well. I've not kind of kept up to date with it totally, but it does look good. And it's been up to, as I said, 46 million market capitalization. So that would be another kind of hidden gem. And thanks, Steve. Would be great to see these calls at regular intervals without losing the weekly, assuming that is the interval data. Yeah, so I've been thinking about kind of better ways of kind of serving the kind of channel as well and get more information. That's what I was thinking about doing the videos, how to make more money and just about investing in general and kind of the mindset of kind of wealth as well. Thinking about it from that point of view, but I'm thinking about doing it on the other channel. I've got another channel, personal development channel, so I might do the 2 videos and post them to the 2 channels. I might do that to grow that channel as well. So that could be one of them. It could be a weekly kind of look, or just when I find a hidden gem and I just think this could actually be quite good. When I find a hidden gem, I could look at it. In the meantime, you could look at paper coins. And they've got a good website that you can look at, and a lot of them, all papers we'll kind of look at. A lot of the ones I'm kind of liking are on here as well. Thorchain, they've got, it's just a one paper research they've got. I think this is really good because a lot of people don't want to read through a big, long 20-page review of something. And that's what I was trying to make the videos at. I'm going to write a paper coin again, actually paper coins, just to see if we could do something like this in video format and work with them. Kind of promote them as well, but it helps me as well give the information out because I like Thorchain as well. Thorchain looks brilliant. Thorchain rune, just 1 million market capitalization. So yes, Honest Crypto Journey is in. Sorry I missed today, was caught up in the morning. We'll catch the replay. Like Scratch, thanks very much, mate. Good to see you here. David D, hello. Honest Crypto Journey, great stream thus far. Definitely worth a rewatch. Cheers, mate. Imran, breaking news, Deutsche Bank raided over money laundering. Yeesh. What time are we on? Oh, Christ, I've gone over again. D-U-T-C-H-E. German authorities raid Deutsche Bank over Danske scandal 19 hours ago. Search of information related to Danske Bank and a money laundering scandal, Frankfurt prosecutors said on Wednesday. Biggest bank facilitated money laundering, whether it failed to alert authorities about suspicious transactions quickly enough. It's not good. Not good. Peggy Johnson, wow. David D, Imran Chowdhury, that is big news, will rock US markets on opening. Yes. So that's not good. That was 19 hours ago though. That came out. So that would be in the markets already. Just depends on what the outcome is for that. Probe is being conducted and they're cooperating, could be interesting. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of interesting things with the traditional markets as well coming out, I would imagine, things like this. Okay, we'll have another look at Bitcoin before we kind of finish up for today. Kyber Network is moving up again. BTC USD. 8,404 is kind of stable-ish at the moment. We'll go on the hourly. So it's kind of moving sideways just now over the last, say, 24 hours. And we're in a kind of wee channel here. I'll put the channel start there. So we've got a $300 channel here. And so if we look at it from that point of view, if it falls below 8,250, then we're probably going to go down to 8,000. Your thoughts on Cardano being listed on Binance US? I think it's pretty good for volume and will push Coinbase, the incumbent, to accept Cardano. Yeah, I think Coinbase is going to come eventually, but they've been talking about it for ages for Coinbase, but I think they'll just succumb and it will go on Coinbase. For being on Binance US, I think it's good for being on Binance.us overall, but it's still going down. The price is going down just now. AWTC. Oh, it's come back up, 468. So it's up to 3.9 cents, but that's near its all-time low. But for long term, this is a phenomenal price. I was going to swear there, a phenomenal price for Cardano. G-Slick, Namaste. David D, they're huge. They're also being scrutinised as they were a big lender to the Trump organisation. Oh, Jesus. Just a matter of time before Link is on Binance.us. Yeah, I think so. Link is going to be huge as well. It is huge already. G-Slick, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it, mate. Okay, that's it. I'm going to leave it there. I've run over time again. I'm trying to keep it to under an hour. I was going to only do half an hour today, but you just keep on talking and talking and talking. Anyway, I'll leave it there for today. Have a brilliant day, whatever you're doing. And until next time, tomorrow, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.